Hey, TraderGuff here. It's April 5th, and as an intraday stock options trader, I do a written review of my trade of the day every day. So here it is, NVDA, my trade of the day. So NVDA is a high beta stock that's pretty heavily weighted in most market indices. So when the market decides to finally pick a direction, a really good play is just looking for some high beta stocks and playing with the trend. The trend is your friend, and if the market is deciding it really wants to make a volatile move in a direction, that is the direction that you play as a trader. Trying to step out in front is like stepping out in front of a bus and you will get run over. So, needless to say, today we were playing shorts. The overall market decided it really wanted to capitulate this morning. There was just crazy selling on the IWM, the QQQs. If we go to the NAS 100, you can see it as well. Just a lot of selling pressure this morning, which as soon as I saw that, I was alerted to the fact that we were going to be looking for a high beta tech stock to play to the downside with the overall market. And we were looking at NVIDIA. So that brings us to NVIDIA's price action yesterday. Led us sort of extended. 2 days ago, we saw a sell off. We got a rally to basically erase all of those, or to make back all of what we sold. And then today, we were essentially going to test yesterday's ranges with the overall weakness in the market. So I was looking at this 270 level as well as the 272 level up here around PM. The PM break would have been a great play down to this 270.90, but that's not that opening drive is not a play that I look to make quite often. The play that we were looking to make today was a break of this 270 and a break of 269 to move to 266 and possibly 263. This range here did not have the most price action. It didn't have the most volume in the world. So we were just looking for it to, you know, uh, test those levels. And so let's jump into the play-by-play. At 9:41, I went long on the test of 269 on this wick here. And as we began to wick back up, and then we closed, I entered right before we closed, probably 10 seconds before the candle closed on the 3 minute. And the lower high and close below the converging 21-day in VWAP. If you watch my trades of the day, you'll know that that's the edge that I look for, that converging 21-day in VWAP. The higher low or lower high across the VWAP and the close of that candle is our conviction enough to enter on our first contract. I went long to at 9:43. The overall market was still weak at this time as NVIDIA lifted slightly above this resistance point here, and it gave me conviction to enter long too because it was still the play was still working out fairly well in terms of the overall picture of the trade. Now, I will say right here, forthrightly, at 9:45, I was watching this candle and I was dealing with it. I put here in my journal. I felt some fear of being stopped out. In the past, I would have either froze up or sold and had to wait. My brain would have waited for the 269 re-break, so I would have actually added here instead of. I told myself rather that on previous trades I've needed to re-add on a healthy pullback rather than freezing up and having a fear of getting stopped out. This is it's proven to be my A plus setup and a good maxim is to always be as big as you possibly can on your A plus setups. Now, at 949, as we went up, we tested 270 and then wicked it back down. I entered right before we closed on this candle above this 269 resistance, and I took that as a massive position, a massive win position. Having this cost basis here, looking for this leg down, it was beautiful. At 940. At 949 is when I picked up that contract, as we tested 270 once again and rejected. At 953, when we began to wick back after breaking below 268.52, the low of this candle here, we broke it and then we began to wick back. I sold immediately. I didn't want to lose the dollar in the money that I had on the table here, off of fear that the overall capitulation in the market was too volatile and we were going to get a equally volatile move back up, and I didn't want to have that much risk on the table. And so I went flat here. All three contracts I pulled out, and I am telling myself that I should have kept two. You always want to keep your core for the larger move. If I kept my core and my core was stopped out here, I would have only lost out on 80 cents from like the $1.15 move that I had. But then I would have been able to keep one more contract. I probably would have sold at this level for another $1.80. But the entire move in its entirety, we were looking at a $6 move. So in our TA, in our analysis, when we were looking for this setup, we had plotted these levels and we knew that there was a high probability of touching these levels. I think what we need to tell ourselves today is, I put in my after trade review, all in all, I need to have more faith in my trading and more patience to let it play out. We captured about $1.15 of NVIDIA's $6 move today. It moved to my levels. Overall, great trading today by me. However, it is frustrating to always leave money on the table, and that's where we can get better. That was my trade of the day. Thank you guys for watching. God bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.